All right, we are back here on the podcast, continuing our coverage here of Stranger Things season five, covering volumes two and three, which dropped on Christmas Day and New Year's Eve. Joining me today to help can finish our Stranger Things journey, our pop culture correspondent, Sam Derosa here. Sam, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Mike. How are you?
I'm okay. I feel like we've had better times discussing the show than we'll have today.
Yeah, I hope everybody's buckled in.
Yeah, because we remember we did not do it between volumes two and three. Volume two, I think this would have been much angrier than would have been after volume three.
hmm I, it just was a big for me for both drops, but you
Yeah,
know me, I'm
I have
dramatic.
I have the appropriate sound for you.
Oh, sums it up
Yeah.
very well.
Yeah. It's so funny with this show because like obviously we're assuming you've seen season two or seen the volume two, volume you've seen the whole thing, and if you don't care about being spoiled at this point. For where they started with season four and the first half of season five, the ending was very like let down-ish. Like they sort of, took their time building things, way too many characters, like too much like people just explaining plans to each other in terms instead of doing things. And 11 both get nerfed in the season in terms of power level. Like I don't know like where we went, but like they lost the plot very badly.
Uh, 100%. I mean, like, what was this whole, I don't know. I felt like, even with 11 lifting the, that was the second drop
The,
of
the steel the
episodes.
steel plate.
Yeah, and she's like getting a bloody nose after she could like, eliminate multiple human lives at once. It's just like I don't know. Maybe that's just because that's every time she uses her powers, whatever. I'm not very knowledgeable on that, but like it's just she was so strong and everything was so strong and everybody was so badass and then the ending was just so like, oh, it's over. Like I thought that this whole thing was like Vecna playing a mind trick on us, on the audience. I was like, okay, if this is that, that's okay. I'll wait. And then nothing came. And then it was over. And I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, because like when we get to the point where 11 like dies allegedly, I'm looking at it, I'm like, we still have 45 minutes.
Yeah. That's why I was like waiting for them to like rewind and they're like, actually, and then they're all like in the mind flayer or something, or this was all like Will's made up stuff. I don't know. I just thought it would be a little more complex than what it was.
Yeah, for sure. I just think in general, my sense is that like season one was such a hit. I think they wanted to be one and done originally. Then it was such a cult phenomenon. Okay, we could do a little more here. And then they start building it and building it. And then we've discussed before like how that
Mhm.
they love their characters so much and they can't bear to let go of anybody that we are getting to the end game here, that we have too many characters to serve. The episodes are over an hour on average, and they still don't have enough time to get everybody's storylines. And that we don't like, and that they are not the writers. And you could tell by the epilogue. The epilogue, I talked about this off air. The epilogue is very reminiscent of the vibes you get in season one. In terms, you get these character moments, you get like good beats where people like are able to like talk through things. That was nice. That gave you a good vibe. But like them trying to Marvelify the whole thing and make Vecna Thanos like did not work.
No, I mean, like I liked the idea of that the Upside Down was like the like in between worlds kind of deal, and they were gonna like, smash the worlds together. I liked that, and then it was just such a letdown. It's just like oh poof, they're in the other world. Okay, fine. I didn't mind how they got there, but then like they go and they're like walking, and then they're there, and then Vecna's dead, and then what? Like what? There was like literally no battle.
Yeah.
It's just like there was no fighting. I was so like I didn't need any of them to die. You know what I mean? Like I'm fine with them, none of them not dying. Like, I know that there was a bunch of fan theories that Steve was gonna sacrifice himself and like whatever. But like I don't know. Like am I the only one who feels this way? Like it was like all over like in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And I have the biggest gripe ever. What they did with Mrs. Wheeler, they made her look so ugly. And like when they graduated, that wasn't cool.
Yeah. that's a whole separate issue. But in terms of the
I
characters
know,
here,
but I was on that train of anger, and then boom, Mrs. Wheeler pops in my head.
yeah. In terms of the characters of, and you and I've been on the character things in season three, that they have too many characters in here, then that this won't kill people off because they're too attached to it. This was the shot that was going around before the finale came out, showing out this is a problem here. This is from episode 7, and you see this shot of like 11, like, and they're supposed to be sneaking around military base. You have 11, Max, Lucas, Robin, Vicky, Mike, uh, Murray, Kylie, Mr. Clark, Erica, and Hopper all there. It's like this is not even half the main cast.
I know it's insane. It's like everybody. But well, you know what? You were right. The teacher, what's his face, Mr. Whatever, not evil. I thought he was gonna be the mind flayer. I'm so upset. I'm so mad. See, that's even a good theory on my
Yeah.
end. That came out of nowhere.
Now, Mr. Clark was too nice a guy to like be involved in that.
It was too nice. Also, Vicky, not saying she was a bad character, not saying the actress who portrayed her was bad. I thought she was awesome. She looks a lot like Molly Ringwald. It's so cool. Like whatever. That's a separate issue. But what the heck is she doing there?
Yeah, it's like some of these people like literally they just like get thrown in for the ride and they're just there. It's like because everybody kind of gets roped into the story. This and it gets to the point where you have this epilogue and like Murray Bellman's not in it, like Vicky's not in it, like Lucas, like Dustin's girlfriend is not acknowledged in it from the previous 2 seasons. Like
Hmm.
we just like we just bloated ourselves so much we had no room to fully satisfy like everybody's like character storylines.
Yeah,
While
I'm
we
curious.
also while
Oh,
we
I'm
also
sorry.
I say while we also added, decided to make Holly Wheeler and like a bunch of new kids that like get more screen time than half the main cast of the final season of the show.
Yeah, I mean, if that's the case, that they're gonna like morph it, if they're gonna be the next, stars of like whatever. Apparently, there's a Stranger Things universe now, which I didn't even know that was a thing. Um, if that's the case, then I kind of get why they're there with more screen time, but also no, because this was like the kids, the core, five of them, you
Yeah.
know.
And I liked we did get the shot at the end of the party, like at the like playing the D&D game. Like that was sort of brought you back to the season 1 vibes. It's okay, like it's about these guys. Like, why didn't we have more of these moments like in season 5? Like we spent like half a season with like Max in a coma, like Dustin in the upside down with Steve.
Oh
Like,
my God, did you? How irate were you with all the dialogue between Holly and Max? Like when like Max is being like you see like
yeah,
Max being carried by Lucas,
yeah,
and then she's just like jib jabbing with like Molly. I'm like, go, like go,
yeah.
like both of you. It was like insane. I was like freaking angry.
All right, let's go. I think we need to air some specific like grievances here before we get to some big plot points here.
True, true.
Number one, the plot armor the main characters have in this show is absurdly ridiculous. Like my main point is like that we have basically a fully trained U.S. government military armed with like automatic weapons and whatever tech they have. They can't deal with demogorgons whatsoever. But Nancy Wheeler is Rambo and is mowing them down left and right. You have like Karen Wheeler killing one with a wine bottle and blowing them up with a washing machine. Like, how does this make sense?
It doesn't, but like, I don't know if you've seen like some fan theories that like Mrs. Wheeler, Karen, was going to be like actually, what's his face, Vecna's sister,
Yeah.
or Henry Creel, sorry, his sister, like she secretly survived. I love that theory, so I like to think that low key, that's why she can kill him because she's so cool. But it doesn't. It doesn't make sense how like two randos. I mean, like yes, you can go with the Karen mother's love kind of deal, but that doesn't. I mean, then they have Nancy as the Rambo hairstyle, so
Yeah.
maybe, but like it doesn't. It's I mean, unless they're just making like a silly like the 80s, like a 80s kind of like goofy kind of play. I don't know. Like, sometimes like, oh, the person that's supposed to be helped can't really help. Like
Yeah.
and the adults in like Goonies and stuff. Like it's the kids who save them.
Yeah, I think that's one issue. The other thing, I think the writing on this season was so bad that we have had multiple cases where the Duffer Brothers done interviews clarifying things that either like we did not understand in the show. Like people did not understand that Nancy and Jonathan broke up. And I think episode 6 was it or
Yeah, in the
yeah.
second drop, I see like I got that they broke up. I didn't have that issue, but like it doesn't it's not straightforward. It was a very like, I don't know.
Yeah.
That was the one thing I did get.
Yeah, I got that too. They had to explain a lot of things. And there was
Yeah.
also a lot of plot holes in terms of like, why was there no Demogorgons guarding the Mind Flayer? Like, were no Demogorgons the final battle of the show? Like, what happened to Dustin's girlfriend? Like, what happened to some of these other characters? And a lot of these things are like, a lot of the answers have been, this happened off screen. When you have they have 12 hours in 8 episode season. Why is half the information off the screen?
Yeah. I mean, like, I'm okay with that knowing what happened to Dustin's girlfriend, like, whatever. But, like, the Demigorgons were, like, a huge thing. It was just like, did he send them on vacation? Like, he's like, nah, it's okay, fam, I got this. And he just, like, sent them away. But I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah, and then like they have what these things somebody asked them, it's like, why does Vecna need 12 children to bring the abyss down to take over the world? It's like you never said it was 12. Like then why is he freaking out when Holly leaves? Like he clearly needs that number for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Insane.
It's a like it was a lot of bad writing and like there was a lot of things they sort of just I think my theory is the mythology got too dense for them. And like they kind of like okay, once they were trying to break the end, they were like, we bit off more we can chew. We need to kind of just like wrap this up as swiftly as we can without any major like backlash. They still found a way to screw it up in that regard.
Yeah. I mean, then, like, I don't know. I agree. I just, it's sad of how it ended because I thought the first drop was really solid. I mean, like, yeah, I had my gripes with it, but all in all, it was a pretty solid first drop of episodes, and I really liked season four.
Yeah.
So it's like a good season four, solid drop season five, and then it just completely like the second drop. I was like, okay, like that's okay. The second set of episodes, not the end of the world, right? And then finale, and it's just like, no.
Yeah.
No, we've waited so long.
Yeah. And we're not even talking about the review bombing stuff. Like, we're not even talking about that being an issue with the show. We're talking about like writing choices, like having too many characters, leaving things open-ended somehow that like make no sense. And then
Hmm.
like apparently I know you're a big gripe about the play, which was a big its storyline was a big thing in this season. And like there was another thing where like I think if you look at the lore of the play that Vecna Henry Creel is a classmate of all of the adults, like Hopper and Joyce, and somebody asked them, like, asked Dover, like, did they realize that like the person they're fighting was their high school classmate? And he's like, yeah, we did that off screen. I'm like, what?
That and the whole scientist in the cave. Like
Yeah,
you
that was
had to like kind of piece that a little together. That was another big issue I had.
yeah, that was another one I think that came out of the play.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I had to look it up. I was like, okay, like what's the stone he's holding? And they're like, it's significant to like it's from Russia and blah blah blah. I was like, okay, like I
Well,
get the guy who had a Russian accent. Right? No, did he even have a Russian accent?
no, apparently, like there's a lot of backstory with the stone and Brenner that comes from the play, and like, and they said the stone's part of the spinoff. Like we're gonna like, I'm like, you couldn't nail one show right. You want us to go to the spinoff out and have the stone be a big thing.
Can't there be like two? Couldn't there have been like two sentences to say something about the stone, and we would have been like, all right, now we know.
Like again, that goes back to the bad writing.
True.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't want to be rude to these writers because could I write anything? No.
I just think this morphed into a show they were not capable of like landing the way it went.
Yeah.
Because I
It's
think
kind of, have you seen the meme of like the horse that's drawn really well and then there's a line and it gets progressively worse?
yeah,
I feel like Stranger Things fell into this like a Game of Thrones kind of deal.
yeah, I'm gonna do. Think there's another like absurd shot. I mentioned this like off the air and trying to find the good photo representation of it, like on the air in terms of the final battle when 11 shows up in the abyss and deals with the mind flare. It's like there is a shot of like 11 leaping through the air like a superhero movie inside and use her hole to rip a hole into the mind flayer's body
Hmm.
and jumps into it. By the way, that was also one of the few good twists in the finale. Was that the structure using was the mind flayer. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, no, that was pretty sick. And then like the creature itself looked really cool.
Yeah, the siege, like the budget. I don't know where the show went for this because like a lot of times them just felt like they were standing in like the Dune Desert half the finale.
Yeah, just literally standing.
Yeah. Anyway, we had the shot of her leaping basically. Okay, I'm gonna try and pull this up here and get the shot wide enough on this meme here. So this is from the somebody on Facebook posted this one. This shot of here on the her on the bottom of the screen
Uh-huh.
leaping into the mind flayer. Like it's like this turned to a Marvel movie somehow.
Yeah, 100%.
And like this is not what this show is supposed to be.
No, but you get overzealous, I guess.
Yeah. In terms of some other like what are some other plot holes that you want to mention here that like just sort of like make no sense?
Like the whole thing with like Vicky doesn't make sense. I feel like I'm picking on her and I like Vicky, but I just felt like her whole character arc with Robin just made no sense.
Yeah.
Is that just me? Like I feel like I mean like that doesn't really make sense. Like the explanation of what happened to Eddie, I feel like doesn't really make sense to me. The whole
That was another thing that was brought up by people as well. It's like those demo bats that killed Eddie in season 4 were nowhere to be found in season 5.
true. Like what I maybe it's just what Vecna came up for with the day in the day or whatever. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. Like the whole you know, I mean, what I did like for writing wise was the scene because I feel like I've talked so much negative on this show. What I did enjoy was the Dustin, Steve, like we're friends again.
Yeah.
That scene with everything melting. Also, did you? I didn't understand the melting.
Yeah, I didn't either. It's one of those things. It's like
There you go. There's a plot hole again. I feel like nice plot hole. Nice plot hole.
it conveniently stopped melting just in time for Jonathan and Nancy had their heart to heart.
Yeah, they're like, don't lie. You guys are breaking up. Even the Upside Down knew it.
Yeah. Another wild thing here is like the military itself was such a waste in this season in terms of storyline because we got basically like, okay, they're trying to make more superpowered children to do God knows what. And we saw the thing where they have like the pregnant women in the lab and the upside down trying to create more of the mutant kids. And then
Hmm.
Callie's whole thing about we need to like, off ourselves that they can't keep doing this here. Once like, 11 dies, I go back to that in a second, but like, isn't it weird that the military kind of just closes up shop and just heads for the hills where you have theoretically like all these people who were involved in attacking and killing a bunch of soldiers like John, like Hopper and Nancy, like these people like in real life be like a supermax for the rest of their lives. They would not be, having like, going to school at Embassy or being the sheriff, being the town sheriff again.
Yeah. Strange. I like to think that they were military, but they weren't US military. I just like to think that they were bad guys with big guns.
Yeah.
That's just how my brain places it to make sense, but you're right. It makes zero sense.
Yeah, it's like there's no consequences for whatever this is.
None. Yeah, what happens in Indiana stays in Indiana. I guess it's no man's land over there.
Yeah, it's like literally like they took themselves in a spot where they took out more than they could chew in terms of like getting shot at season 4 where like the Earth's open in multiple places. You have this great shot like, oh shit, things have to happen. And then okay, military lockdown, we're fine. Time to go to school. Dustin's gonna, get in fights about this, but like
Hmm.
didn't work.
Insane.
Yeah. Like I want to close out the discussion here on the 11 stuff here because this is the one arc it's kind of then this is something Stuffers have been walking back also where they said first it was up to interpretation what happens to 11 and then you have Millie Bobby Brown then we have there is an answer only Millie Bobby Brown and us know we told her not to tell Noah Schnapp because he'll spill everything but the idea that 11 sacrificed herself theoretically in order to get the mind flayer say done and prevent the military from cloning her essentially.
Hmm.
Mike has this theory later in the episode that he's like, okay, here's what's going on. Like, she snuck into the abyss. Like, she snuck away. 11, Sister Callie, who we thought dies, is somehow alive long enough to fake her presence there, and she's off wandering the world somewhere, like seeing waterfalls. Like, wouldn't like I get that Mike is hopeful, but like the way they left it made me feel like they definitely wanted to keep her alive, and they kind of just wrote themselves the way they wanted to pick her story up they could. Which to me, I think
Yeah.
it's much more powerful if she stays dead.
I think it'd be huge if she stays dead because then that means that whole project is done,
Yeah,
But again, I'm sure like down the line, Millie Bobby Brown's going to be offered a boatload of money to make an appearance and like, some the different type of Stranger Things story that will come out. But I don't know. It made sense that she died, but like then why, it also makes zero sense that she's alone. She was alone for so long, she wouldn't stay alone.
yeah,
Like I don't know if that's just like a me thing. Like her whole life she was by herself. If she was still alive, wouldn't be by herself.
yeah. So I feel like she would find some way if she was alive to like let her friends know, hey, I'm okay. Don't come
Yeah.
looking for me, but I am alive.
Yeah, that or just like, have some sort of because it made it seem like she was a hermit.
Yeah,
Like in some, whatever, like a person who lives all alone in the foothills of Iceland or whatever. But like
yeah. They made it look like Eleven decided to backpack in Europe for the rest of her life.
exactly. And I don't feel like she would do that. I feel like
Yeah.
she wanted normalcy for once because she's never had it, even in the show. Like,
And I think like having like her make the active choice to say, okay, like I have to stop this madness from happening to protect everybody else I care about. I
mhm.
think is more impactful than saying, oh, maybe she's alive if you think hard enough and dream hard enough.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot going on with this show. I think like and I said this off the air. I think the epilogue shows you like when you have those moments where it's not okay, here's how we have to kill the demo bats, or like here's how we have to stop Vecna
Hmm.
now. Like when it's these characters sort of like vibing with each other and like the world they're in. I think that's where the Duffers cook.
Yeah.
They just had to get too far away from it in terms of the lore they built, and then they made Vecna so powerful. They're like, what do we do if he's actually gonna lose?
Yeah. Oh, God. It's like kind of get it. Let's build a time machine, Mike, and give them some suggestions like a couple years ago.
To be clear, I don't think this is as bad as like the Game of Thrones ending, Umbrella Academy normally bit the ending pretty
Oh
badly.
God, no. I mean, I didn't really like Game of Thrones. I feel like Game of Thrones was a little bit better than this one. I don't know if maybe because I liked more of the characters, but you bringing up Umbrella, the whatever, that
Yeah,
was the worst ending ever in television.
yeah, that
That
was
a whole last season, but I won't. I'm digressing,
that,
but
that
like from the point.
that was a mess in itself. Like you could throw like a bunch in there. I think this is like they did okay landing the characters for the most part.
Hmm.
The storyline not so much.
Yeah, I mean, it was like everything tidied up and they have like a possibility for an opening since it's going to be the 1990s version. I feel like of Stranger Things. They have Hopper going to live in Montauk, which this whole thing was based off the Montauk project.
Yeah.
So
And I did like the last shot where like they're all leaving the base at one at a time, and then
yeah,
the new kids are is coming down. It's like, okay, now it's their turn to sort of like have their adventures. And Mike's like, oh yeah, I'm a grown up now, sort of like the way he's looking at things. And like
yeah,
they kind of did the Riverdale epilogue ending for like where Mike sort of explains what they all go on to do after that one in terms of that
yeah. Did you see the last shot like after the credits
of the yeah, which one are we referring
with
to?
the dice?
Yeah.
It was on a seven, and
Yeah.
like there's a lot of seven like motifs in the
Yep.
show, but that was nice. I liked that.
Yeah. So we had to rate the seasons here. Like, where does this one fall in the list? Because I think for me, I have a very clear answer.
Ugh, I mean, I have it down as like a C, you know what I mean? Like the first half of the drop.
I meant more in terms of ranking compared to the other seasons.
Oh God. Above I didn't like season two at all, but above season two,
That's where I have it. That's just the fourth.
that's it. Yeah. Like,
It's I think it's for me. It's still I think it's one, 4, 3, 5, 2 is my order.
okay. Yeah, I can't disagree with that. That's a pretty solid ranking.
Yeah. So I think 3 and 4 you can interchange. Nothing's gonna beat one, and 5 started so strong and ended so poorly. So,
Exactly.
and are you gonna keep an eye on the Stranger Things extended universe here they're planning here? Because There is an animated spinoff coming here set between seasons 2 and 3, which is allegedly not canon, but they might change their minds on that. Who knows? The Divers have been known to do weird things like that. There is a documentary coming on January 12th, like promoting the making of season 5. You could go see the play if you want. There is a live action spinoff in development. Like, are you done with this universe? You can check out some of these other things.
I don't know. Maybe if like two free tickets to Stranger Things, the musical lands or play lands in my like lap, I'll go. I'm not gonna go out of my way, and I'm not gonna pay too much money to go see it. And everything else, like the documentary sounds cool. I'm a sucker for documentaries. Maybe I'll watch it, but other than that, like unless something is really like boom in my face, this is gonna be interesting, this is gonna be good, promos, trailers, AK, so on. I'll probably go see it or watch it, but other than that, I think I'm done.
Yes, you're not locked into Tales from 85. You're out. You're out on that right now.
No, I especially do not want to watch anything between seasons 2 and 3.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's like my least favorite time.
Yeah, it's a mess what they decided
Hmm.
to do with this, but let's see what happens here. I think this is a good place to leave Stranger Things, but we can sort of, wrap up 2025. Figure we'll have some fun with the pop culture stuff here. We each made lists here. Top 5 movies and shows from 25. Where you want to start?
Uh, I would like to start with movies
Okay.
because I feel like that's not my strong one, but I got it down with television.
Okay. So movies, I'll go first on movies. I'll give you my top 5 here. I'll
Okay.
go from the bottom up here. Number 5, Wake Up Dead Man, the third Knives Out movie.
Get out of my head.
Yeah.
Continue.
Number 4 was Frankenstein on Netflix.
Okay.
Number 3, Superman.
Okay.
Number 2, F1.
All right.
And number 1 was Sinners.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's a pretty solid list.
Yeah, Sinners was by far the best thing I saw all year.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, what about you?
Um, I have a different order. I also have 5 Wake Up Dead Man.
Yeah.
That I thoroughly enjoyed that one. Like that one was fun.
Yeah, I enjoyed that a lot.
I like those movies though. Like it's a
Yeah.
great stacked cast, but 4 for me was The Naked Gun. And let me tell you, I think I set the bar so low on that movie. I was like, this cannot be good. It was so stupid. I was crying laughing. I thought it was so funny. It was such a nice surprise. That's why I bumped it up
Yep.
on my list.
Okay.
3, which I highly recommend to you and everybody listening, Train Dreams.
Yeah.
That was real. Did you watch that?
It's on my list. I haven't gotten to it yet.
Okay, good. I was like, it was just a really beautiful story. It was absolutely beautifully shot. 2 on my list was Sinners.
Yeah.
Um, I really love that. Also, Ludwig Göransson,
Yeah.
amazing. I think he's my favorite composer. Hans Ludwig. And then number 1 I had for Frankenstein.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was
Frankenstein.
that was the first movie that I mean, like, yes, it's not perfect, whatever, but I was glued to the television, like set, like no phones. I didn't want to have anything to do but stare at the TV, and that's huge for me. I don't have something that I'm so interested in, like excited for.
Yeah. I think for me, like that movie visually is stunning.
Oh
Frankenstein.
yeah. And Jacob Elordi, I forgot that was him.
Yeah. He does a really good job diving that role. And F1 is the same thing where like I did not go expect to be as locked in as I was on F1.
Okay, that's high on my list of things to watch. So,
Yeah, it's on Apple TV Plus right now.
okay, perfect.
All right. Do you want to go first on the shows since it's more your bag?
Sure. Okay. All right, number 5. I have the Four Seasons. Did you
Okay.
see that?
No, I did not yet.
Okay, it's good.
Yep.
It's really great. Great cast, great story. Glued in the whole time. 4, I have Adolescence.
Yep.
That was super good. 3, I have Task.
Yeah, that's also I barely missed my list.
Barely. Oh my God, it was so good. I loved
Yeah.
it. And then 2, I have Death by Lightning. Did you see that one yet?
I have not seen that yet.
Okay, Nick Offerman and Michael Shannon.
Yep.
Amazing. They did such a good job. And number 1, I'm sure you can guess, Severance. I'm a Severance fan through and through. I'm so worried about, season 2. I was like, it's not going to live up to season 1, but it met and exceeded expectations. But now I'm worried. Will season 3 do the same thing. But I'm getting too ahead of myself. I loved Severance. Severance is great. Thank
Yeah.
you, Ben Stiller.
Yep. So our list has one thing in common. That's number five. Adolescence on my list.
Okay. All right. So that was five.
Yeah, that's number five. Number four. I don't know if you've watched this show yet. No, new season's coming out in a couple of days. The Traitors season three on Peacock was phenomenal.
You are the reason why I might be giving traders a chance.
It's so good.
It's so I don't do well with reality television.
It's
Like
so,
I tried to do Love Island. I can't do it. I can't do any reality TV.
everybody's going to be like talking about the Traitors this year.
Okay, because I heard Mama Kelsey's on it. So,
She's on there. Johnny Weir and Tara Lipinski are both on there.
oh boy. Okay, it's on Peacock, you said,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Okay.
Ron Funches is on the season.
All right, maybe I will give it a shot. I love Alan Cummings. So
Yeah.
like,
Oh, he's in his bag on that show. Like, he
uh,
has so much fun.
he's amazing. I'll just forever know him as Floop, but
Yeah.
I love him.
Yeah, that's four. Number three. Did you hear about Paradise on Hulu?
Yes, I have not gotten around to it yet. That's
Really
with
good.
Sterling.
Sterling K. Brown, yes.
Yes, yes, yes.
It sets you up for one thing and then like it becomes another by the end of the pilot, and then you're sort of looped in the rest of the way. It's so fun.
Okay, that's amazing. I'll have to keep that up.
Yeah, number season two for that's coming later this year. I think actually next month. Number two, The Pit.
I don't have HBO. Like for
Yeah.
that, I mean, I do have HBO, but like I didn't have HBO at the time. Season, blah. I'm making excuses, but I have to watch it because season two is coming out what this week, next week,
Thursday.
Thursday.
It's only it's weekly though, so like you
Okay,
can,
all right.
yeah, it's really good. And number one Andor season two, which you could have guessed.
Oh, yeah, except I'm still behind on my Andor. See, the Yankees kill me. I
Yeah.
can't keep up with television during the season,
Yeah.
but
All right, so that's
oh,
the
amazing.
25 recap. 26.
Wait, I didn't hear White Lotus from you. You're usually my White Lotus guy.
I was a little down on it.
Okay, all right, fair, fair. Did you
I would,
like Michael Goggins?
Walton Goggins was
Walton, sorry. Oh my God, I was saying Michael Shannon in my head.
yeah. It's like for me, it's like there was a like I don't think it was quite as good as the first two.
That's fair. I almost had The Righteous Gemstones on.
Yeah,
That almost meant have you seen that show?
I've seen bits and pieces. I haven't locked in yet.
My God, every single person on that show is makes me cry laughing. John Goodman's
Yeah.
amazing. I binge watched that in a couple of days.
Yeah, but like that didn't make it. Last of Us Two didn't make it either.
I know. I mean, Bella Ramsey did amazing, but
Yeah,
other than that, I was just like,
yeah. That was the list. Task would have been number six if it was on. It was up there.
fine. I really liked that show.
All right.
And wait, so you haven't seen Severance yet?
No, I put my time into The Pit.
Fine, fine.
Yeah.
But Severance is so good, Mike. If you have
Yep.
any questions, you let me know.
Okay, so let's look ahead to 26 here. Let's start with shows this time. A couple of things I'll throw out here. A couple are coming out this week. I'm excited about here. Obviously, The Pit season two starts Thursday.
Too soon, but yes, I'll be excited for that when I catch up.
Traders 4 starts Thursday. You can watch that without having watched any of the previous seasons.
Okay, fair.
There's a 3 episode premiere on Thursday. So
Okay, all right.
yeah, like Shogun's supposed to be coming back this year.
What? Seriously?
Yeah, seriously.
I love that show. That's so fast.
Yeah. Oh, they said the end of this year. So I'm putting it on the list that it does make it.
Okay.
And have you heard of the Spider Noir show on Prime?
Uh, that came out already?
Now it's coming this year.
Okay. Yeah, no, I wanna see it. Is
Yeah,
that Nick Cage?
that's Nick Cage. That's the
Love it.
live action in black and white.
Love it.
That's my top thing I'm looking forward to this year because like in terms of the shows. What about you?
Oh God. I feel like this year was a good year for acting, like a really great year for acting and a great year for cinematography. So all I want is things to look pretty and people to sound amazing.
Okay. So I'll throw out some movies to keep an eye on here for me this year. I'll start number five, Supergirl, after the start of the James Gunn DC movies here. I'm curious how that goes because I feel like you'll have a lot of fun with that.
Yeah, I didn't like Superman.
Yeah.
I feel like I wanted to love it so much. It was just I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, I'm being a bummer. I
Yep.
feel like movies and I haven't been besties in a while.
Yep. So number four, Spider-Man, Brand New Day, coming in July.
Finally, because that's been what, pushed off a year and a half, 2 years, it feels
Yeah.
like.
Yeah, way too long.
Oh, can't wait.
Number three, the third Dune movie, which I think was originally called Dune Messiah. It might be changing the title.
I thought Dune 1 was fun and I have not seen Dune 2. And I cannot believe they're already on Dune 3.
Yeah, that's coming here. Number two is I'm not sure how good this will be, but we're getting Star Wars in a movie theater for the first time in like 7 years. Mandalorian Grogu in May 22nd. It's gonna be fun.
I will probably really go try to see that.
Yeah.
I really hope it's good.
Yeah, well, like I will be going probably opening night. That
That'll be exciting. You need to dress up as Grogu.
no.
Fine. Don't take my suggestions.
And number one, anytime I get a Christopher Nolan movie, it's gonna be number one. The Odyssey
Oh,
this year.
yes, the Odyssey.
Yeah.
Ugh, I can't believe that stuff sold out in IMAXs or, the legit
The,
IMAX.
the pre-IMAXs.
Hmm.
Yeah, so that's my stuff here, and you'll notice no Avengers on the list.
Are you not going to go see Doomsday at all?
Well, I think first of all, it's funny that it's gonna come out the same day as June 3, so you could do Dune like Avengers Doomsday if you want.
I love that. It's like the Barbenheimer thing again.
And number two, like I like everything I hear about that movie like terrifies me because like they just threw a bag at RDJ because they had no plan of what to do with this thing, and then like it was like being rewritten a bunch, and then they're talking about oh like I barely seen pages, but I'm shooting scenes like what?
Yeah. But and then yeah, I heard the plot is like because what's his face? I keep calling him Chris Evans.
Steve.
Yeah, thank you. I was like Chris Evans, Captain America. He goes back in time and then that's the reason why the whole timeline got messed up.
Yeah, allegedly, like it's not very clear like what they're
Yeah.
actually trying to accomplish in this movie, but like apart from hey, here's a bunch of people that you've seen in movies. Go watch this.
True. It's like the action version of an action bad version of like these Knives Out movies.
Yeah, it's like if you gave me the choice of which one I'm going to see first, I'd probably be picking Dune 3 first.
Fair. I mean, I'm not gonna go see Avengers in theaters, but I will wait till it gets to Disney Plus.
It's the Friday before Christmas, both those movies.
Yeah, well then I'll wait till 2027. I can wait.
All right, Sam. Thanks for all the time. Really appreciate it.
All right, thanks, Mike.
People find me on social media. I'm going to do that.
You can find me at Esterosa 175, Esteros 5. Just Google me.